All right.
Please be seated. Yes. Yes, they are.
Worse than.
I think Alex moved the rollers. Got full house. How many people we have sitting out there or standing out there?
Coming in a little bit.
They're still coming in. If you want, we can probably,
About 15 more.
well, we can probably fit a few on these seats up here. We used to do that in the old courtroom. If you want to sit down.
Ladies, feel free to get sit in those chairs anywhere. Yeah.
Hot seats.
And you will be asked questions by Justice Yarrow.
Yeah.
But you won't be under oath, so.
Mr. Weber, we actually have a witness box for some reason. If you want to pull one of these chairs out over here too. Just for you.
Welcome to this special setting of the Seventh Court of Appeals on this 10th day of October 2024. It's a pretty joyous event that we get to do sometimes twice a year, given the bars every 2 years, well, twice a year. But again, welcome. We're here to swear in some hopefully new lawyers. What we were debating, what you call them, inductees, contestants. Contestants. With the inductees. And with that, we will, when we call them out, and right now we have 15. Has anyone, any new inductee or candidate come forward and without having called the court to let us know you're here? Okay, so right now we have 15 candidates. Maybe a little bit long, but we'll go through it and appreciate it. We'll call the names of each candidate, and I'd ask their sponsoring lawyer to come forward and introduce them. And at that point, if the candidate would like to introduce anybody they have here in the courtroom, a family member or a spouse, etc., they will be given an opportunity to do that. And the first candidate that we have is Magdalena Almanza. And she would be in the corner.
Justices, Amarillo Bar. I'm Wade Arnold with the Underwood Law Firm. I've had the pleasure of practicing in Amarillo for 32 years. And I could not be more proud to present to you Madalena Almanza. She's a graduate of University of Texas, Austin, undergraduate. She is a graduate of the Texas Tech Law School, which of course a lot of people up here love. She is near and dear to my heart. I've known her since she was born. Her parents were unable to be here today. Her dad's a lawyer as well, but it is a great honor to present her to the bar. She's working here at the Underwood firm in both litigation, real estate, and probate, and she is a great asset to our bar.
Pretty good. Is there anybody here you'd like to introduce other than who Mr. Arnold mentioned?
No, just this one.
Okay, well, thank you. If you don't mind, just kind of move on over to the side. Thank you, Mr. Arnold. Allison Browning.
Afternoon, Justices in the bar. It's my privilege to introduce Allison Browning. She's the newest member of the McCarn, Weir, and Sherwood firm. She's joining our litigation group. Allie, as she's known, she's a two-time Texas Tech graduate. She was a graduate of Texas Tech School of Law, where she was the editor-in-chief of the Texas Tech Law Review, a member of the Board of Barristers. She was also a member of the second place national moot court team, where she did the briefing for that. She did not leave Lubbock, however, without being a national championship champion. As an undergrad, she was a member of the Texas Tech meat judging team, which did win a national championship. And we are incredibly happy and excited to have Allie be part of our team, and she does have some family here that she can introduce. But we would absolutely recommend her for admission into the bar.
Thank you, Sherwood. Allie, who would you like to introduce?
Yes, sir. I'd like to introduce my mom, Wendy Morgan, my dad, Jimmy Morgan,
And okay, they're over there. Okay.
and over there in the blue, my husband, Jace Browning.
Thank you very much. Nat, and excuse me if I get the last name wrong, Nat Dudar.
He's not here. Those four did not come from the public defender's office.
Okay, and then just let me know which ones they are when we'll call them. Just let me know if they're not. Okay. Madison Dion Edwards.
May it please the court. My name is Shyla Buckner with Sprouse Schrader Smith Law Firm. I am proud to introduce Madison Edwards, one of our newest associates to be inducted into the bar today. She is a recent graduate of Texas Tech University School of Law, having graduated third in her class. She will be practicing in our firm's estate planning, probate, and trust administration area, and highly recommend her for admission into the bar.
Very good.
And she does have family to introduce.
Yes, my mom, Amy Edwards, and my dad, Jimmy Edwards.
Welcome. Thank you. Kendall Megan Hay. Excuse me, Madison Page Estes. I got ahead of myself. I apologize.
May it please the court. I'm Mike Smiley. I've practiced up here in Amarillo for about 40 years now, and I'm looking for some relief. So I'm happy, pleased to recommend Madison Estes for admission to the bar. Madison grew up in Tulsa. She went to Tulsa University. She went to, maybe it's the University of Tulsa. I need to get that technically correct. She went to the University of Oklahoma School of Law, and she will practice at the Underwood Law Firm in the litigation section. Again, I strongly recommend her for admission to the bar.
Very good. Anybody here you'd like to introduce?
Yes, my mother, Joanne DeCoster, is here.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Monty. Now, Kendall Megan Hay.
Please the court again. I am proud also to introduce you to Kendall Hay as a new associate at Sprouse Schrader Smith, who will be practicing in our transactional law area. She is a May graduate of Syracuse University College of Law. And I think she's Wonder Woman because she's done all this while being a wife and a mother of 3. So with that, I'd like her to introduce her family.
I have my parents, Jimmy and Lisa Hodges, my husband, Andrew Hay, and then my kids, Amelie, Aaron, and Isla Hay.
And I strongly recommend her for admission to the bar.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Melissa Danae Hightower.
Mark Logston from Old Horn Brown. I can't be happier to present Melissa Hightower to you all for consideration for admission to the bar. Melissa's on her second career. She was a business consultant in Amarillo and worked at AC for several years. West Texas A&M college graduate some time ago. Very recent Texas Tech graduate. She interned with Judge Johnson in the 47th, her last semester. And we're tickled to have her. She's already doing a great job, and she does have guests.
Who would you like to
Thank you.
introduce?
Yes, I am pleased to announce my husband, Brett Hightower, and one of my 3 children, Madeline Hightower.
Very good. Thank you. Alexis Nicole Hill.
May it please the court, Chris Rampelmeyer of the Underwood Law Firm. Wade, I've been practicing 31 years, and a few years ago, the other person who practiced family law with me turned traitor and became a judge, Judge Frausto. So since then, I've been out of my.
You know, this is being live streamed via YouTube, and she's listening.
I have not kept these views personal. No, she's still my very dear friend, but I am thrilled that with our new associates, and Alexis Hill is one of them. I have now 2 associates who are going to help me out with family law. So very, very grateful of that. Alexis is a graduate of Emerald High. She double majored at Texas Tech with a minor, and she graduated from Texas Tech Law School. And she has family to introduce.
My mom's over there in the corner.
Thank you.
Judge, the next 3 will skip.
The next 3
Yeah,
skip.
go to Murphy too.
Madeline Page Murphy.
Just as I'm very happy and proud to recommend Madeline Murphy to the admission to the Texas Bar. Madeline was born and raised in Amarillo, went to Oklahoma University, and then went to University of Tulsa Law School, graduated with highest honors. And she's working with our firm, Lovell, Eastern and Faribault, in litigation. And I know she has family members here that she would like to introduce.
I have my parents over there, Sean and Emily Murphy, my grandma, Vicky Clary, my brother, Payne, and my boyfriend, Carson.
I was very lucky to sit at the same table with her at the bar luncheon today, and I learned that she's a scholar on Tulsa King. She knows all things that Justice Salome, and I appreciate that.
She was very happy that Andrew Evans and I made sure our hair looked like yours, Judge. So
And I appreciate that
we
too.
thank you for doing that.
Christopher Nahera, excuse me.
May it please the court. Chris Nahara was, like Alexis, was born and raised in Amarillo. He went to Caprock High School. He also graduated from Texas Tech with a major in history and graduated cum laude from Texas Tech Law School. I'm thrilled to have him. He's already been to court with me in Farwell and translated for me. So that's another invaluable addition to our firm. And I can't recommend him and Alexis high enough for admission to the bar.
Was it translation from legalese to English?
It was from Spanish to English to legalese.
Okay. Anyone you'd like to introduce?
Yes, my dad, Tomas Nájera, my mom, Agri Nájera, my brother, Tomas Nájera, and my friend Jesse Soto, and my girlfriend, who is, I believe, watching the live stream. Her name is Antigone Avalos.
Very good. Thank you. Joshua Anthony Owens.
May it please the court, Mark Loxton once again from Longhorn Brown. It's a big year for us. My pleasure to introduce Joshua Owens to the court and request admission to the bar for Josh. He's a fellow Baylor Bear, which is rare in these parts. He's a lot smarter than I am. He graduated Baylor with not only a bachelor's, but a master's in accountancy with a 3.97. So what'd you make it be in? So close. Ethics. Ethics, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him. He's also on a second career. He worked 4 years as an auditor for KPMG, and then I'm not sure what, we haven't talked. I don't know what. Went back to law school at Tech for reasons that we haven't discussed yet. But he graduated with great grades there too, and we're thrilled to have him at Longhorn Brown. And he does have some folks with him.
Yeah, my parents, Lowell Owens and Arcelia Owens, are coming in from DFW, so I'm glad to have them.
Very good. Thank you. Welcome. Here, and the last one, Carolyn Stout. Thurmeyer? Thurmeyer, excuse me. And nobody wants to come up and introduce you. Thurmeyer, why don't you?
I'm Emily Fouts. I am an associate attorney at Sprouse Schrader Smith here in Amarillo. I've been practicing for about 4 years now, and I'm pleased to welcome Caroline Thurmeyer here to Amarillo and here to our firm. She graduated from the University of Oklahoma most recently and passed the bar, and I would move her admission and welcome her into the Amarillo area bar.
Thank you very much. Anybody you'd like to introduce?
Yes, I'll introduce my mom, Shanna, my grandmother, Rosalind, and my husband, Brian.
Very good. How does he spell his name? With an I or a Y?
The Y.
Okay. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Well, welcome. At this time, I will ask Judge Parker to take the next step and administer the oath.
If each of the candidates would raise their right hand to be sworn, and if you'll repeat after me, I state your name,
I, Melissa Hightower,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the constitutions
that I will support the constitutions
of the United States and of this state,
of the United States and of this state,
that I will honestly demean myself in the practice of law,
that I will honestly demean myself in the practice of law,
that I will discharge my duties to my clients
that I will discharge my duties to my clients
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and I will conduct myself with integrity
and I will conduct myself with integrity
and civility
and civility
in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties.
in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
The court has historically created certificates for each candidate, now new lawyers, and they're signed by the judge with the oath on it. And I'm going to ask, I'll call you out by name, and I'm going to ask you to come forward and sign the certificate and keep it. Take it with you. Hopefully you'll keep it for the rest of your careers. But if you come forward, we have pens up here. Ms. Almanza. That's part of the test. Make sure you sound right line. Ms. Browning. Ms. Hay. Hightower. Era. Drones. Lefty. Okay. Judge Jonty Boyd. It's not only from Baylor, so for the Baylor graduate who said, great, welcome. That made him very proud. And he was also a lefty. And he'd always comment during the swearing in about how the lefties are higher born people. So, that was just in recognition of him too. We'd like to take this time to say a few words to the new lawyers. And with this, we'll start with our newest justice. He's not the new justice anymore. He's been here several years, but I'll still call him the newest justice. So,
Sure.
Judge Yarborough.
I will be short and sweet, I promise you, for two reasons. One, Justice Doss and Justice Parker have much more sound advice and wisdom. Notice I didn't include Chief Justice Quinn in that. Two, I know there's a reception immediately following this, and so I'm not going to keep you from the reception. Here's what I want to say.
Where is that reception? Come on.
Pizza Nomad on 6th, not the one on 34th. It's just right over here on like 6th and Pope. So go to there. Yeah. I was my only sticky note to remind people about the reception. Oh, of all the sponsoring attorneys, I think all of them were either an ex-Amarillo Bar president or a state director for the State Bar of Texas. Your lives are only going to get busier, but don't forget about the bar. The Young Lawyers Bar Association has great happy hours, and it's a great place to go grab a drink, hang out, and then you can talk trash about your supervising attorney or something. So enjoy this time and join the local bar.
Thank you. Justice Doss.
On the other side of the wall from this courtroom is a conference room. We sometimes meet and talk and have meetings. And we have all of our portraits of our former justices on the wall. And there's a pretty lengthy history on this Court of Appeals, but it is a bunch of white dudes. Frame after frame after frame on the wall. I want you to take a look at who our new admittees to the bar are. We had 0 old white dudes being admitted to the bar. I think that's an accomplishment, and that shows kind of where Amarillo is. I think Amarillo is in good shape. I want to say one other thing. It's the first day, obviously, as your day as an attorney, but it's also the first day for your professional reputation. So remember, when you're interacting with your peers, when you're interacting with opposing counsel, when you're interacting with the court, keep in mind that you're not just representing a client, but you're also putting your reputation on the line. And as an attorney, that is the greatest asset that you have. If you keep that in mind, you're going to do a great job. We do welcome you to the bar.
Justice Parker.
Well, first off, I couldn't help but notice that many of you just signed whatever Judge Quinn put in front of you. And in the future, you should maybe, pause, and now that you're a lawyer, read it and sign it. And the second thing I would say is have interests outside the law. Family activities, baking, exercise, traveling, different hobbies other than the law. Because we tend to get kind of consumed with it, and it has been all consuming for probably the last 3 years. So just remember that.
A bunch of white dudes. I think Chief Justice Mary Lou Robinson.
That is true.
Of this court would object to that. And she, if you don't know, she became a local federal district court judge. She was the chief. I guess she went on to the federal bench in 1978. She's chief of this court Before then, she's the first female chief of this court. So that was the beginning, but you're right, the rest are just white dudes, so. And you notice that we hide them. You can't see them around here. But none of you made it alone. None of you got this far alone. Your parents are here, your spouses, your significant others. Remember them. Remember your children. They will make your life full. You may have a legacy in the law, but the real legacy is your family. They will continue on. Remember that. Do not ignore them. Practicing law is tough. But you need to make time, like Justice Parker said, for things outside the practice of law and make sure the family is part of that. Do thank you for the opportunity to do this. I think this is a great tradition that the Amarillo Bar and Amarillo Young Lawyers has. It was stolen more recently from the Lubbock Young Lawyers, but this is the tradition. And I think this may be the only court of appeals in Texas that does this. So thank you for that opportunity. We look forward to seeing you again. And by the way, those documents you signed means you've agreed to take on criminal appointments and you will be getting them. Exactly. Is there anything else for the good of the court or the bar? We will be in recess into the next settings of the Amarillo Court of Appeals. Thank you again. You are welcome to come up and take pictures if you want to take pictures or anything like that. Again, this will be posted on the court's YouTube website. If you want to go see that, you're welcome to do that as well. With that, we will be in recess.
She's just so busy.
Good. Well, Madalena, hold your thing up. There you go. Okay. No, I'm.
I just want you to know that I was in call names. I'm getting Ohio ready, yeah, just in case. And I want to where the. Really, like this, I don't know. So I was, you know, the guy who didn't actually. Who actually did it anyway.
Three, two, one.
Thank you very much.
You've already got.
The line over here. Okay. Following you. Meet you. Okay.
You have a very good handshake.
I'm gonna try to get.
Oh. I didn't get my certificate. But it's here.
Oh, that's
That's okay. Thank you. It is. It's somebody.
Justice.
Thank you.
Wade's finally been admitted. Okay.
And sick and bears.
Yeah.
Glad to have another one on the team.
You know, they come through very.
I'll get my savings across.
Good.
Yeah, it's so it's certainly we're not picking y'all out. Okay. Perfect. Sorry.
No. I got the research. Got the overhead.
You know what? Well, yeah.